Imagine stepping onto the sun-drenched fields of Jacksonville, Florida, where the air hums with the raw energy of young dreams taking shape under the relentless Florida sun. It's the mid-90s, and a scrappy kid named Ryan Silverfield, with fire in his green eyes and a build that's all grit and determination, is charging across the turf at the Bowles School. This isn't just any high school football story. It's the origin tale of a man who would one day turn underdogs into champions, a coach whose heart beats as fiercely off the field as it does on it. Born on August 4, 1980, under the bold sign of Leo, Ryan entered the world in a place where football isn't just a game. It's a way of life, a thread woven into the fabric of family, faith, and unbreakable resolve. At just 45 years young today, Ryan's journey feels like a living testament to the power of quiet passion, the kind that doesn't shout, but builds empires one heartfelt play at a time. Picture Ryan as a teenager, his brown hair matted with sweat after practice, dreaming not just of glory, but of legacy. He spent 4 unforgettable years at Bowles, hoisting state championship trophies in 1995 and 1998, those golden moments etching themselves into his soul like victory scars. But here's where Ryan's story veers from the typical gridiron hero's path. He never chased the bright lights of college stardom as a player. No, something deeper called to him. In his senior year of high school, in 1999, he traded his helmet for a clipboard, stepping into the role of assistant coach right there at Bowles. It was a choice that spoke volumes about the man he was becoming. Selfless, strategic, always one step ahead, putting the team's success above his own spotlight. That decision, born from a love so profound it couldn't be contained on the field alone, set the stage for a coaching odyssey that would span decades, touching lives far beyond the end zones. As the years unfolded, Ryan's path led him to Hampden-Sydney College, a small liberal arts school in Virginia where he could feed his growing hunger for the game's intricacies. He arrived as a freshman with stars in his eyes, but instead of suiting up, he dove headfirst into coaching. For 4 pivotal years, he wore multiple hats: offensive assistant one season, defensive line coach the next 2, and tight ends coach in his senior year. Imagine the late nights in modest college offices, poring over film with players who saw in him not just a coach, but a brother, a mentor who believed in them when doubt crept in like fog over the James River. Ryan graduated with a degree that grounded him in the humanities, but his true education was in the trenches, teaching resilience, fostering trust, and learning that football, at its core, is about mending what's broken in the human spirit. Those formative years weren't glamorous, no multi-million-dollar facilities or national broadcasts, but they forged the unyielding optimism that would define his career, a belief that every setback is just set up for a comeback. From there, Ryan's ascent was steady, deliberate, like a river carving its way through stone. He bounced to West Virginia University as a graduate assistant, then to Indiana as defensive line coach, each stop honing his craft sharper than the last. By 2016, fate, or perhaps a nod from the football gods, brought him to the University of Memphis, where he joined Mike Norvell's staff as the offensive line coach. Memphis, with its soulful blues and unpretentious grit, felt like home from the start. Ryan poured himself into those young linemen, turning a patchwork unit into a wall of willpower, their blocks as much about brotherhood as brute strength. And then, in a whirlwind that still gives chills, everything changed. On December 8, 2019, Norvell bolted for Florida State, leaving the Tigers in limbo. Ryan, ever the steady hand, stepped up as interim head coach. Just 5 days later, on December 13, he was named the permanent man at the helm. A 39-year-old who had never called plays as a head man, thrust into the Cotton Bowl's spotlight against mighty Penn State. Oh, the emotion of that night in AT&T Stadium, the roar of 62,000 fans, the weight of a program's hopes on his shoulders, and Ryan, packing the sidelines with that trademark intensity, his voice a calm anchor amid the storm. They didn't just play, they fought like a family reunited, pulling off a 53-39 upset that echoed through college football lore. It was more than a win, it was validation, a tear-streaked embrace of destiny. Under Ryan's guidance, the Tigers roared into relevance. AAC West Division titles in 2020 and 2022, bowl berths that felt like miracles, and a 28-23 victory over Florida State in 2022 that tasted like sweet revenge. His philosophy, simple yet profound: play for something bigger than yourself. He built teams that mirrored his heart, tough, loyal, unbreakable. And through it all, Ryan's touch was gentle yet fierce. A coach who hugged as hard as he schemed, reminding his players that the field is where boys become men, where vulnerabilities are shared and strengths multiplied. But as the 2024 season unfolded with its heartaches, a narrow 30-6-30 for loss to Troy that stung like salt in an open wound, a roller coaster campaign that tested the depths of his resolve, Ryan's gaze turned toward new horizons. Whispers grew into announcements. On December 1, 2025, he was named the head coach of the Arkansas Razorbacks, stepping into the SEC's unforgiving arena. From the humid embrace of Memphis to the razor-sharp expectations of Fayetteville, it's a move that tugs at the heartstrings, a farewell laced with gratitude, a hello brimming with possibility. Fans in the Bluff City wept, not just for the games, but for the man who made them believe again. Ryan Silverfield isn't leaving behind a job. He's carrying forward a legacy, one where every huddle was a hug, every practice a prayer for perseverance. Now, let's pull back the curtain on the man behind the headset, the one who finds solace in the quiet rhythms of family life. Ryan's heart belongs first and foremost to Mariana Silverfield, his wife of over a decade, a woman whose grace and grit match his own in ways that feel almost poetic. They met in the whirlwind of young adulthood, drawn together by shared dreams and a quiet understanding that life's greatest plays happen off the field. Mariana, a Memphis native with a spirit as warm as Southern hospitality, isn't just a partner. She's Ryan's compass, his unwavering cheerleader through the long seasons and lonely recruiting trips. Once a dedicated nurse navigating the chaos of hospital shifts, she chased her own calling into medicine, graduating from the University of Medicine and Health Sciences in St. Kitts in 2020. Today, as a doctor in the heart of Tennessee, she heals with the same tender precision that Ryan brings to his game plans, saving lives one patient at a time, her stethoscope a badge of quiet heroism. Their love story unfolds like a slow-burn romance, the kind that deepens with every shared sunrise and sunset. Married for 9 years by 2019, with no children of their own yet, they've built a home that's less about grandeur and more about genuine connection. But family to the Silverfields extends beyond bloodlines. It's a circle widened by furry, four-legged joy. Enter Max, their beloved dog, adopted from Memphis Animal Services in a moment that captures their compassionate souls perfectly. That day, as Ryan and Mariana scooped up this lucky pup, it wasn't just an adoption. It was a vow to nurture the overlooked, to give voice to the voiceless. Max bounds through their days now, a fluffy ambassador of their blended family, tail-wagging testimonials to the simple truth that love multiplies when shared. In interviews, Ryan's voice softens when he speaks of Mariana and Max, his eyes lighting up with a vulnerability that reminds us. Even gridiron warriors need their safe harbors, places where the scoreboards fade and the heart takes center stage. And woven through it all is Ryan's quiet anchor, his faith. A devout Christian, he carries his beliefs not as a banner, but as a bedrock, guiding his decisions with a moral compass honed by prayer and reflection. It's in the way he credits divine timing for his improbable rise, or how he instills in his players the idea that true victory lies in character, not championships. Religion for Ryan isn't performative. It's personal, a daily dialogue that sustains him through the highs of bowl wins and the lows of heartbreaking defeats. Imagine him in the hush of a Memphis morning, Mariana by his side, Max at their feet, sharing devotionals that reaffirm their bond, a family rooted in something eternal, resilient against the tempests of a coaching life. Turning to the tangible fruits of his labor, Ryan's net worth sits comfortably around $5 million as of late 2025, a figure built not on flash, but on the steady climb of a career marked by loyalty and excellence. His initial contract at Memphis, a 5-year, $9.25 million deal signed in the glow of that Cotton Bowl triumph, promised a base salary of $200,000 annually, ballooning to $1.75 million in total compensation by the first season's end. Buyout clauses spoke to the mutual trust. $1. $5 million if he left early, 60% of remaining pay if the school parted ways, mirroring the give and take of any deep partnership. Now, with Arkansas calling, whispers of an even richer deal swirl, but Ryan's focus remains unchanged. Investing in people, not portfolios. His wealth affords the luxuries of security. A comfortable home in the rolling hills near Fayetteville, perhaps, or quiet getaways where he and Mariana can unplug. But it's wielded with humility, funding scholarships for former players or surprise visits to youth camps, echoes of the kid from Bowles who always put team first. But to truly know Ryan Silverfield, you have to peek into the rhythms of his everyday world, a lifestyle that's equal parts high-stakes drama and heartfelt simplicity. Dawn breaks in their Memphis home, or soon, Arkansas, with the aroma of fresh coffee brewing, Mariana slipping into her scrubs for another day of mending bodies, while Ryan reviews film on his tablet, Max curled at his feet like a loyal sentinel. Mornings are sacred. A quick prayer, a shared laugh over breakfast, the kind of unhurried moments that recharge a soul stretched thin by 12-hour practices and cross-country flights. Ryan's not one for extravagance, no sprawling estates or fleet of sports cars, but he savors the subtle indulgences. A family hike through the Ozarks, where the air tastes like renewal, or a rare date night with Mariana at a cozy Italian spot, toasting to dreams yet unrealized. His days blur into a tapestry of intensity, scouting high school phenoms in dimly lit gyms, breaking down opponents until his eyes blur, then gathering his staff for heartfelt debriefs that feel more like therapy sessions than tactics meetings. Yet, Ryan carves out space for the soulful. He's an avid reader of biographies, drawing inspiration from underdog tailies like his own, and a man who finds poetry in the blues drifting from Beale Street. Evenings wind down with Mariana's head on his shoulder, binge-watching documentaries on resilience, or tossing a ball with Max until the stars prick the sky. It's a life of balance, teetering on the edge of chaos yet grounded in love. The thrill of game day adrenaline giving way to the quiet fulfillment of a well-lived ordinary. Through injuries that test faith, recruiting battles that drain the spirit, and triumphs that lift like eagle's wings, Ryan's lifestyle whispers a profound truth. Success isn't measured in yards gained, but in the depth of connections forged, the lives touched, the legacy that lingers long after the final whistle. As we close this chapter on Ryan Silverfield's remarkable life, a tapestry of triumphs, tender loves, and unshakable faith, it's impossible not to feel a swell of inspiration, a reminder that the greatest stories are those lived with heart wide open. From the boy who chose coaching over glory to the man now steering the Razorbacks toward new horizons, Ryan embodies the quiet heroism we all aspire to. Loving fiercely, leading humbly, believing boldly. If his journey has stirred something in you, the fire of a dream deferred, the warmth of family reclaimed, or the peace of purpose found, then join us in celebrating lives like his. Hit that subscribe button to dive deeper into the stories of those who shape our world with grace and grit, and give this video a thumbs up if it touched your soul. Until next time, keep chasing what matters, because in the end, that's the real win.